Let's go through an approval voting election. But first, what is approval voting? Approval voting is comically simple. It's nothing more than changing the instructions on the ballot from choose one to choose one or more. To see it in action, we'll run the same election with our current choose one voting, and then we'll run it again with approval voting. Let's use the same 7 candidates and 20 voters from our ranked choice voting elections. As a reminder, the candidates are Ava, Bianca, Cedric, Deegan, Eli, Fabio, and Gina, and we'll use the letters A through G to represent them. If you remember, your favorite candidates were Gina and Deegan, but they're not very popular. You don't want to waste your vote, so you vote for Ava instead, who you know is a frontrunner. The next 4 voters' favorite is Ava, so that's easy for them. The next 5 voters don't like Ava or Cedric, who are the 2 frontrunners. They all really like Bianca, but for some of them, Cedric is just too much of a threat, so 2 of them vote for Ava instead of Bianca. The next 4 voters love Cedric and have no intention of voting for anyone else. The next voter also likes Cedric, but they met Deegan once and think they're really cool. This voter really struggles with who to vote for, even though they've helped out Deegan on the campaign trail a few times. Ultimately, they compromise just like you did, and they end up voting for Cedric. The favorite of the next 4 voters is Eli. They campaigned hard and feel Eli's underrated. However, some of them don't feel Eli can win this, so they decide to vote for one of the frontrunners instead. Our last voter made a promise to her friend Fabio, but she just can't bring herself to let Ava win, so she votes for Cedric instead. Once we add up the votes, we see that Ava has 8 votes, Bianca has 3 votes, Cedric has 7, Deegan has 0, Eli has 2, Fabio has 0, and Gina has 0. Ava wins by a hair with 40% of the vote. That was a tense race! Let's try it with approval voting this time. Your favorites are Gina and Deegan, but you make sure to approve at least one frontrunner as well, Ava. The Ava voters obviously approve Ava, but a few also like Bianca. One even likes Eli. A few Bianca voters also like Eli. And hey look! Gina's getting some love too. Surprisingly, a few Cedric voters actually like some other candidates as well. You never would have guessed that based on their rhetoric, but sometimes the truth comes out when people can voice their opinions anonymously. Looks like that Deegan voter got to have their cake and eat it too. Eli voters rejoice in being able to support their favorite, but they're all sure to vote for a frontrunner as well. And our last voter gets to keep her promise to Fabio. Awesome! Let's add up these approvals. Ava has 5 approvals, Bianca has 12 approvals, Cedric has 9, Deegan has 3, Eli has 7, Fabio has 1, and Gina has 3. Bianca wins! Wow, that one simple change made all the difference. Not only are 60% of the voters happy with the winner, all of the other candidates got a more accurate portrayal of how much support they gained before the election. Even the losers! To see another great voting method that allows for even more expression, give me a follow and look out for my upcoming series on star voting.